Well, hi there, everybody. Welcome to Algebra. Yes, I'm so excited to get the school year off to a start. I know we'll be starting remotely, but it doesn't mean we're not going to have some fun. Let me start by introducing myself. My name is Ron King. This will be my 20th year teaching algebra, geometry, and eighth grade math at Chinook. Um, I was a military brat growing up, my dad being in the military and my mom being German. So we went back and forth to Germany quite a bit. And this was one of the places that we were stationed at is at Fort Lewis. Um, so I've really grown to love the Northwest. When I'm not in the classroom, you can usually find me doing one of these things. First of all, I'm a very, very active coach. Hopefully this year we'll be able to have our seasons because I coach boys and girls basketball, and then potentially track. So we'll have to see how the seasons go. But in the past, I've coached anything from t-ball, baseball, soccer. I coached for 16 seasons with Black Hills Junior Football League, both with the Panthers and the Wolfpack, the Huskies. Um, and so anyway, a lot of experience coaching out there. It's one of the reasons I'm so passionate about being a Seahawks fan. But outside of that, I love to be outdoors. You can always find me on a lake somewhere in a kayak, or we're out camping, or you might see me walking my dog out at Long Lake quite a bit. I also love to watch NASCAR and go to a lot of the local racetracks with my son to watch races. So a lot of things about me, but in particular with algebra, let's start with a reduction in our standards. Not too long ago, just a few weeks ago, they released a document to kind of prioritize our current standards. And so these are the things that fall within that realm that will still remain. Some things will get combined, some things will be eliminated altogether. But what's on the screen is pretty much what we're going to be focusing on this year, because after all, this is a high school level class, and this will result in high school credit if you so choose by the end of the year. So that said, again, given that we're going to start remotely, there's a lot of really cool tools that I like to use, a lot of tech tools. So we adopted a brand new curriculum this year called Envision Math. And so you'll see both a digital version of that text, and then we will have, or you will have the option of checking out a hardbound book, which I do recommend. Throughout the year, there's 2 volumes, so we'll kind of let you know when we've crossed into the other edition. But given that this is a year of equations and graphing, and so much of what we do being abstract, Desmos is one of my favorite tools. And so that is available. It's mostly you're going to use that on your computer. There are a couple different versions as an app, both a scientific calculator and the graphing calculator. A little bit of limited features within that. I like to use the tool Mentimeter, so that's a definite app that you might want to look at. It's used for creating interactive presentations, so that while I'm presenting, I can ask questions and poll and get information from you, and so on. So these are things that I highly recommend. I know when I'm doing my teaching, I often have more than one screen. I have a minimum of 2, sometimes 3, depending on what I'm doing. For instance, with the Mentimeter, I usually run that off my phone. That way, it frees me up to use this laptop as well as a Chromebook that I have separately to do some of the behind the scenes work. So just kind of a guide in terms of what we're going to be looking at this year. My whole goal this year is to make things accessible, to be accessible, but put students in the role of creation instead of consumption. it'd be really easy for me to use our new curriculum and just assign everything at random. Um, but instead, what I would like to do is have students create more things like, give me examples that work or don't work, explain, make a quick video about, why this solution works or doesn't work, or how you created that, or give feedback to another student. So there's lots of ways that we'll use this idea of students as creators throughout the year. Um, but if you have any other specific questions for me, check for a link in the description of the video, and I would appreciate your questions, your feedback. I plan to use those for our live open house session. All right, thank you.